Welcome to another exciting chapter of our art investment series. If you've been following along, you know that art is a powerful asset class, but you might be wondering, how do I get started? In today's video, we're diving into Chapter 9, Art Investment Strategies for Beginners. If you're new to the art world or are just starting to explore art as a financial investment, this chapter is for you. Investing in art can be incredibly rewarding, but like any investment, it requires strategy, research, and patience. Whether you're interested in buying contemporary art, modern masters, or even emerging artists, understanding how to navigate the art market is key to making smart decisions. In this video, we'll break down the basic strategies that every beginner should consider before diving into art investment. We'll explore how to choose the right pieces, where to buy them, and how to avoid common pitfalls that many first-time art investors face. If you've ever wanted to get started with art investment but didn't know where to begin, stick around, because we'll show you exactly how to build a successful art investment strategy from the ground up. Understanding the art market basics. Before you jump into the world of art investment, it's crucial to first understand how the art market works. The art market can seem complex and intimidating, especially for beginners, but once you break it down, it's easier to navigate. At its core, the art market is driven by demand and supply. The supply side consists of artists and their works, while the demand side consists of buyers and collectors. The price of an artwork is determined by factors like rarity, demand, and the reputation of the artist. But unlike traditional assets like stocks or bonds, the art market is not always as transparent, and prices can be more subjective, especially when it comes to contemporary and emerging art. There are two main segments of the art market, the primary market and the secondary market. Asterisk, the primary market refers to art that is sold for the first time, typically through galleries or directly from artists. This is where emerging artists make their debut, and prices are often more affordable. However, buying from the primary market can be risky, as the value of an artwork is still speculative. If the artist's career doesn't take off, the investment may not appreciate in value. Asterisk, the secondary market refers to art that has already been sold and is being resold, typically at auction houses like Sotheby's, Christie's, or online platforms like Paddle 8. The secondary market offers a clearer indication of the value of a work, as auction prices are public and help establish market value. However, this market can be competitive, and prices can escalate quickly, particularly for famous artists or pieces with strong provenance. Understanding these two markets is key to deciding where to start your art investment journey. As a beginner, the secondary market might seem more straightforward since the pricing is already established, but the primary market offers more affordable entry points for newer collectors. Another important aspect of the art market is artist reputation. The value of an artwork is often tied to the artist's career trajectory. Established artists like Picasso or Andy Warhol command top prices, while emerging artists are more affordable, but their works carry more risk. For a beginner investor, balancing the potential for high returns from emerging artists with the stability offered by established artists is key. Building your art investment portfolio. Now that you have a basic understanding of how the art market works, let's dive into building your art investment portfolio. Just like with any investment strategy, creating a well-rounded portfolio requires careful consideration of your goals, risk tolerance, and the types of art you're most interested in. A well-balanced art portfolio will typically include a mix of emerging artists, established masters, and possibly even alternative art forms such as photography, sculpture, or digital art. This diversification helps protect you from market fluctuations and allows your collection to benefit from the growth in different art sectors. 1. Start with what you love. As a beginner investor, the best place to start is with art that resonates with you personally. Art is not just an investment. It's also about enjoying and appreciating the work you're collecting. Choose pieces that align with your taste, whether it's abstract art, contemporary pieces, or classical works. Your passion for the work will keep you motivated, and the emotional connection to the art can make the investment feel more rewarding, regardless of its financial performance. 2. Do your research. As with any investment, research is key. Take the time to learn about the artists whose work you're interested in, their career trajectories, and their market performance. Many online platforms like ArtNet and ArtPrice provide data on artist sales, auction results, and historical performance, which can help you make informed decisions. 3. consider art fairs and galleries. One of the best ways to get exposure to new artists is by attending art fairs and visiting galleries. Art fairs like Art Basel and Frieze feature emerging and established artists, and they're great places to find new investment opportunities. At galleries, you'll also have the chance to speak directly with gallery owners or curators, who can offer insights into the market and the artists they represent. 4. Diversify within your portfolio. Just as you would diversify your traditional financial portfolio, art investors should diversify their collections. Emerging artists offer the potential for high returns but come with greater risk, while established artists provide more stability. As a beginner, try to create a portfolio that includes a mix of both. You may also want to explore different art forms, such as photography, sculpture, or even NFTs, digital art. While this approach may require more research and effort, it helps spread risk across different segments of the market. 5. Set a budget. Setting a budget is essential when building an art investment portfolio. Art can be expensive, and prices vary widely depending on the artist, medium, and market demand. It's important to determine how much you're willing to invest and be realistic about your budget. As a beginner, you may want to start small and gradually increase your collection over time. 6. Monitor your portfolio. Once you started building your collection, don't just sit back and wait. Stay active by regularly monitoring the performance of the works in your collection and keep an eye on changes in the market. Stay connected with auction results, galleries, and art news to stay informed about potential changes in demand for your pieces. Where to buy art and how to avoid common pitfalls. Now that you know how to build a portfolio, let's talk about where to buy art and how to avoid common pitfalls. For beginners, navigating the art buying process can be tricky. There are a lot of places to buy art, from galleries to auction houses to online platforms, and each has its pros and cons. 1. Buying from galleries. Galleries are one of the most traditional places to buy art. They often represent emerging and mid-career artists, and their works are usually priced according to the artist's reputation and market value. When buying from a gallery, you're paying for the curated experience and the expertise of the gallery owner or curator. Galleries also often provide authenticity certificates and provenance documentation, which is essential for resale value. However, buying from galleries can sometimes be expensive compared to other buying methods, and prices can be negotiable, so be sure to ask if there's room for a discount. Galleries also often take a commission from the sale, which means the price you pay may be marked up compared to the price the artist receives. 2. Buying at auction houses. Auction houses like Christie's and Sotheby's offer works by both established and emerging artists. Auctions can be a great place to find rare pieces or invest in works by well-known artists, and they give you a sense of the market value for specific pieces based on bidding competition. However, the auction process can be overwhelming for beginners. You might be tempted to overbid in the heat of the moment, or you could end up paying more than the piece is worth if there's intense competition. Always research the auction estimate beforehand and set a strict budget for yourself. 3. Buying online. Online platforms like Artsy, Saatchi Art, and ArtNet have made buying art much more accessible. These platforms allow you to browse a wide range of works from artists all over the world, and they often provide prices up front, making it easier to find art within your budget. However, the downside of buying art online is that you can't physically inspect the work before purchasing. It's essential to check the platform's return policy and make sure the work comes with the necessary documentation. Also, beware of art fraud. Only buy from reputable platforms with established track records. 4. Common pitfalls to avoid. As a beginner, there are a few common mistakes you should watch out for. First, don't get caught up in the emotional appeal of an artwork. While it's important to love the work you invest in, make sure you're also considering its investment potential. Second, avoid purchasing art that lacks provenance or authenticity certificates. Finally, don't neglect to research the artist and market trends before making a purchase. Investing blindly can lead to poor returns. By buying from reputable sources and doing your due diligence, you can minimize risks and start building a successful art investment portfolio. In conclusion, art investment is an exciting and rewarding way to diversify your portfolio and build long-term wealth. As a beginner, the key is to start small, do your research, and make informed decisions. Focus on building a well-diversified portfolio that includes both emerging artists and established works. And remember that art is both an investment and a passion. By attending art fairs, visiting galleries, and exploring online platforms, you can start your journey into art investment with confidence. But always stay aware of common pitfalls, such as buying art without provenance or rushing into emotional purchases. The art market can be complex, but with the right strategies and knowledge, you can navigate it successfully. Keep your long-term goals in mind, and remember that building an art collection takes time, research, and patience. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and share it with anyone who's interested in starting their own art investment journey. Drop a comment below with your questions or thoughts. We'd love to hear about your experiences. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.